Good morning, everybody, and welcome to my channel, Mustard Seed Hobbies. I am Mandy, and I am the owner of Mustard Seed Hobbies store, located in Central Texas. We are a plant pottery type store, still kind of trying to make it a hobby store with multiple things in store. So let's catch up. Got home from work yesterday. You know, Texas is in the big freeze. The South, deep South. Sorry. We are not used to snow and freeze, all the things. So I was at work when it happened, which it was fine. But we weren't busy, thank goodness. Perks of working in a small town. So we weren't busy Friday or Saturday. When it came in, people kind of hunkered down, stayed down most of the time. We did a couple Sunday, did a couple Monday night. I was up till 3, you know, because middle of the night and just things can't be helped sometimes and people need help. So that's just the way it is. I came home. Took me it's always about an hour 30 to 40 minute drive for me, but it took me an extra. I didn't leave either, you know, so I waited to be safe. I didn't want to be in the dark. We get off at 7 a.m. so it was dark still when I got off. Waited till about 7:40 when the sun came up good and it was light, you know, to see. So yeah, it took me from 7:40 to 10, almost 10 to get home. And that's okay. I didn't drive extremely fast. I just took it slow. It was still very icy in places. Some little, you know, most little towns, they graded their roads and took the slush off when it started melting on Monday, but not all, even the bigger town. Anyway, whatever, it is what it is. So we did that, got home, I took a nap and just kind of took it easy for yesterday. So now I'm in a rush because I have to get these bags finished. I've wholesaled 15 of these bags. These are my bath fun bags. This name is gonna stay for my soap brand, and I've already made all the soap. It's almost cured. Let me show you. Okay, so this is kind of what one of them looks like. And I'm gonna coordinate that scent, that fragrance oil, with my bath bombs. So in this, they're gonna get a soap, a bath bomb, some bath salts with rose petals in it, and a chapstick that is my own recipe as well. And everybody seems to love it. They sold really well for Christmas, so I'm hoping that they will sell really well. And for all that, for $25, and I use a more expensive oil. So we're known as the pecan capital of the whole world. So I do use pecan oil in all of my recipes, not just because that's kind of a gimmick for where we live, but also when you do the research, you know, pecan oil is so good for your skin. It's so hydrating for your skin. I love it, and it's expensive. So there's that. So I have to get busy. So I've wholesaled 15 of them, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 of these done. Now I have several of these, you know, just about done, ready to get the corners boxed. And then I all these waiting to be sewn. They're at least ready, you know what I mean? So, but they're really gonna be cute, and I will show y'all next week maybe. My broken needles. So, anywho, that is what I have to get done today. I have to get all these bags done today. I will not be home tomorrow. So, I don't have to get them all done, but I want to get them all done today, so then tomorrow I can start making bath bombs and bath salts, because really they have to dry out really for a couple of days. I have a dehumidifier, so I think that'll help, but we're kind of humid right now. So there's that. That is what I have to do. My friend and I are going to a Dallas Mavericks basketball game. She loves basketball, so she said, "You want to go?" And I said, yes. Who doesn't want to go on a girls trip, even if it's to basketball game, which they're fun. If you've ever been to any kind of professional game, they are really fun, and I like spending time with my friends, so to be invited is fun, and we're gonna go and enjoy ourselves. And let's see what else. I don't have any finished objects at all, but I did start a new work in progress. I've kind of put some on the back burners. So here's what I worked on at work. I worked on my 4-whirl throw. I really want to get those whirls, the 2 whirls that I started with, completely finished. I really do love this blanket. So if anybody has ever done a whirl blanket, it takes forever, especially with a 3.5 millimeter hook. But I got a lot of progress done. Honestly, I'm pretty happy with the progress. If we hadn't had calls, I would have probably gotten it all done, but you can see that's all I have left. It's so close. It's so close to being halfway done. But look at this. I mean, come on. It starts, and this is not even half, it's almost halfway done. And you can see it's pretty big. So it is nice and squishy. I love it. I do love this blanket, and I started this blanket because I knew that this was part of my use your gifts and talents for the Lord, right? And so I said, what am I good at? Crocheting. That's what I'm good at. So how can I use that for the glory of God? I do make stuff for people. Like I make shawls, prayer shawls and stuff. So this is kind of a prayer blanket. It will be donated to my church as a fundraiser, because we just bought a big old building and we need to, pay for it. So I think this will help with that. And so this is going to be donated once it's finished. But I do have these little whirls there, and they are, I want to say they're 100% cotton. 100% cotton. It's a blend, cotton and acrylic. But this is the Yum Yum. This is going to go in next. I think they're both the same. No, they are not. Let's see. This one is the Mid-Morning Macaloo Anyway, these are the two going back in. And I'm pretty sure that's what this white color is this. And so you started with the inside, and then you're going to end with the outside, and then I'm going to start this one with the outside and go to the inside, while this one's just going to be an inside, and we're going to move anyway. So you'll see it'll be very similar to this. So kind of excited about it. I think it's beautiful. It's really pretty. It's turning out to be gorgeous. And then I did work on my shawl. I'm very proud of this shawl. So I have, that's the wrong side. This is gonna be massive. So we have the left and the right, and then now we fill in the middle with these. Look at that, with these little squares, and then you join as you go. So it is really gonna be nice. You'll be able to, you know, wear it like this, and if you want to wear it on the wrong side, it doesn't really matter, because you know, both sides look like this. The only thing that matters is the squares. So you can, it's reversible, and it's gonna be nice and warm. It's huge. I didn't think it was gonna be this big, but it is. Anyway, I really am loving it. I'm really loving it. What did I say it was called? The Triangle Shawl. How could I forget that? By Vanessa Ewing. So I'm really loving it. The squares work up pretty fast. It is not too much at all. And you needed a set of 5 size 4, which is I think a 3.5 millimeter needle, double pointed needles for the squares, and I had a set of 4, which I just made my knitting needles, circular ones, a double pointed. I bet you could do it in the round. I just put, I don't think it would be too hard to pick up stitches just like you do a sock, and then once you have the allotted, you decrease or whatever. Maybe I should try it. But I didn't have a problem. I had to learn. Here's what I didn't know. I had to learn how to pick up the stitches on the stockinette. Is it stockinette? Yeah, I didn't know how to do it with this stitch. So, anywho, I figured that out. I watched a couple of videos and just follow the directions like it said. And for this novice knitter, it was okay. And it didn't take very long to do the one. So, I'm pretty happy and very proud of myself for getting the first square done for the middle. And I can't wait to get this done and use it. It's gonna be great. And then, so I had a friend ask me to make a couple of blankets, I don't know, probably a year ago. Maybe longer. And she's like, no rush. Then I forgot about it. There should have been a rush. You forget about it when you get to doing the things you like to do and want to do, and all the new things, right? So I forgot. And then she said, hey, you ever started those blankets? And I was like, no, I didn't, but I will. So she asked me to make this 2 blankets. It's the Bouquet of Wildflowers blanket, right? So this looks like sunflowers. So I did start, and this is just 13 hexagons, and they're pretty big. They're out of an acrylic yarn. I've got big twists. I think I bought it back when Joann's was still around. So anyway, So we're gonna do 13 of these. It takes me about 30 minutes to do one of these. So it's gonna take a while, but I do have, I think, 4.5 done already. So I think it's gonna work up really fast. They're not that hard. It's very simple. And the pattern's very simple. It is a paid for pattern. So if you want, it's the Bouquet of Wildflowers, Afghan by Juliana Merwin. So if y'all want to go find her on Ravelry, I will, or I can put it in the description. I think I bought it on Etsy, actually. I think that's where I bought it. And that, friends, is all I've gotten done while I was at work. That's a lot, I think. It's kind of a lot. And I have, before I went to work, I went to Michael's and bought, I got a $100 gift certificate for Christmas. You know, that's not a bad thing. So, and I needed to get a background color for the quilt I'm going to make. A friend of mine and I are we're gonna make 2 quilts, one for her, one for me. And my first quilt ever. It's gonna be beautiful, and I cannot wait to show y'all guys that. But let's talk about Michael's, because Michael's was having, you know, that sale. What was it? Buy 2, get 1 free, whatever. So I bought this, because I think it's very beautiful. The Loops and Threads Skack Scrape acrylic. It's an acrylic blend. It's a melange. And let's see, what is it blended with? I think it's just really acrylic and nylon. 78% acrylic, 22% nylon. It's very pretty and fluffy. And this is the navy and silver. I think it's really pretty. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but I think I decided to do a shawl with it. And I bought 6 of these. There's 240 meters, 262 yards, 100 gram ball. So I bought 6. I could do a sweater, I could do a cardigan, I could do a shawl. And I really think the way it looks, I may do a shawl. Really pretty. So we'll see. And then the other thing I bought was a couple of these. These were on clearance. These Karen Skinny Cakes were on clearance. Of course, they're size 3. It's called Spumoni. Guess ice cream. It's really pretty. And I was thinking about doing a shawl with this one as well. Yeah, it's acrylic, 100% acrylic. But I think this would be really pretty. Anyway, just something else to put on my wall, if nothing else, right? And so I cannot buy anything else. No more yarn, because I have so much yarn. I have plans and all kinds of kits that need to be made, and they're just sitting here, and I look at them and I go, yeah, I'm gonna make that, and I don't. I have cardigans that need to be made, sweaters that need to be made, and you know, they're just sitting there waiting, just waiting. So no more yarn buying. 2026, I don't care if it's on sale or not. It's not gonna happen. And I'm gonna work on the yarn that I have. I have good yarn, I have pretty yarn, I have expensive yarn, I have non-expensive yarn. So why not use it, right? Instead of just looking at it and it's pretty and feeling of it because it feels nice, let's wear it. So that is going to be my goal this year, is to make all of the things with what I have, and I have a lot. The cubes are full, and I have hanging on the racks. Like, and then, y'all don't judge, but look at that, y'all. Look, that's bad. And then, wait, looky there, there's more. So, yes, the only thing I will allow myself to buy is patterns, okay, because, I mean, you have to have patterns, but also, I have a lot of really cool old crochet and knit books, more crochet than knit, but I do have a lot of old books from the 60s and 70s and 80s, and maybe, just maybe, I'll find something in those. So, this is my last year in my 40s, and so maybe for my 50th, I will work on something for my birth year. You know, maybe I can find a pattern from the 1976 and make that for my birthday in November. I don't know. These are thoughts that I have been playing around with, and but my focus is my business. I want to finish making bags. I have a lot of bags that I need to make. I have a lot of quilts that need to be, they're holy, and they're irreparable. And so I want to make something nice out of them, something new out of them, so that people can enjoy them. Even still, you know, if those quilts could talk, what would they say? I just love old things. I guess the older I get, the more I love old things. So, I've got to get busy. These are waiting. And I have to get done today. Like, I have to get done. So, I hope y'all are well and survived the freeze if you're in the South. We did. It wasn't the worst. And until next time, I will see you then. God bless.